Hello friends, and welcome to another video review. I am your host, the one and only D. Casanova, and what do I have here? Why yes, they are Transformers. I'm taking a look at some Transformers. Why? Well, it's December, and December has Christmas, and Christmas is the holiday for giving. And I remember back when I was younger and celebrated Christmas and was very excited for it, I would always look forward to seeing what Transformers were in my stocking. And, yeah. So, anyway. So, who are we looking at? We are looking at 2007. Yes, 2007, as in these were released 10 years ago. 2007 movie, Camaro concept Bumblebee, and Allspark power repaint, Cliffjumper. Okay, so, but before we take a look at the figures themselves, let's do what MGO does and take a look at the packagings. Okay, so this is Bumblebee's packaging. Bumblebee, Autobot, he's a good guy. Automorph technology. And it has the Transformers logo, Autobot symbol. Ages 5 plus. Down below, we actually have the price tag here. I paid $30 because I got this from my local collectible shop, also known as Bobacon. We have a bio here, should you want to read that, if that interests you. We have your obligatory product shots. I'm going to go handheld here. We got Bumblebee. Cannon converts to blade. Ooh. And we have other figures that were available at the time. I have all these guys except for Dreadwing, and I'm pretty sure I might never ever end up getting him because I can't seem to find him, let alone for a reasonable price. But yeah, we also have Bumblebee's tech specs. He has a 6 in strength and speed. His intelligence is an 8. Endurance and rank are in 5. He's very courageable. That's a 10. Fire Blast is a 3, and skill is a 9. But look at that. Isn't that freaking gorgeous? Okay, so set my camera back down. Now, Cliffjumper. Now, fair warning. This is just a testing product shot. The actual robot mode doesn't have this much added detail. Like the toes painted, the shins painted, yada yada yada, yak yak yak. I have camshaft, I have the landmine mold, but as armor hide. And let's see. Cliffjumper's strength is an 8, his intelligence is a 4, he has a 7 in speed, endurance is a 9, rank is a 5, courage is 10, fire blast is a 7, and skill is a 5. Okay. Now, Cliffjumper is part of the Allspark power line, but just like Bumblebee, he is an Autobot. That's a very nice picture right there. So, yeah. So, we got the packaging back there. Now, let's angle down and bring the actual guys back in here. Guess we can pan down. There we go. Oh, whoa, too far. Too far. Okay. Now, Bumblebee is the character that actually appeared in the movie. He was originally a 1970s Camaro, but for those of you who remember the 2007 movie, Michaela said something offensive, and Sam was all like, "Fantastic! Now you pissed him off." and Bumblebee scanned this vehicle as his new alternate form, and let me say, I really like this. Now, Cliffjumper, for those of you familiar with the original Transformers cartoon, you may notice that Cliffjumper and Bumblebee are similar, but they are not the exact same. But of course, ever since the classic line, all Cliffjumper has ever been was just a straight-up red repaint of Bumblebee. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. But I still think the car looks very nice. Chevy symbol. Now, I like the silver stripes on this car, but I do have to ask, why didn't they just continue the silver striping onto the roof, or at least on the trunk area? Like, Bumblebee here, he has black stripes, and they start on the hood, but then they continue onto the trunk. I don't know. But they do have the nice Camaro lettering, painted silver. The door handle on Bumblebee is not painted, but on Cliffjumper it is. There's quite a bit of molded detailing. On Bumblebee, the taillights are painted red. On Cliffjumper, no. They're not painted, but you know, I can kind of forgive that because, I mean, taillights are supposed to be red, but they do have the exhaust pipes painted silver. And they also have translucent windows, so you can look inside them, and if you also wanted to, thanks to the transformation, you can open up the doors, but inside, all you're going to see are the robot parts. And that's what it looks like on Cliffjumper. Now, you guys may know that I like the color red, but honestly, I like Bumblebee better. But I do like Cliffjumper's car mode more. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, so, they do roll, as rolling things should. And I think that's about it for the car modes. I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys the transformations. Underneath here, you can see the robots pretty much folded up, but so I'm going to show you on Bumblebee because, again, he's the one who appeared in the movie. So first things first, you want to take the doors and you want to pop them open. Then you want to split the rear, which will make his weapon fall out. Then you want to take the roof and bring it out to the sides, like that. And let's focus on the legs. Get that panel out of the way. You want to raise this panel up, or what would this be called? The fender piece. Well, you want to raise this up to what is the robot's thigh, and then you want to grab the wheel and you want to pull this down, and as you can see, this piece rolls up into place. And also, this rear window also folds inward. So, now you can do one of two things. You can either fold this panel in, or you can fold it down to kind of act as a heel, but honestly, it doesn't even fold down far enough to even act as a heel. So honestly, you're just supposed to flip it up like that. Anyway, so, oh, now you see what I mean? The window's folding in and this part's rolling up. Like that. And now, take the front wheels and you pull these out. Then you want to take the windshield, fold that back, and then you want to turn the doors up, and here comes another automorph, and this is actually pretty cool. I like this one. You take the front of the car, and you fold it down, and its shoulders rotate back. So you push the doors back, and then you can fold the chest down the rest of the way. And then pretty much situate the arms and fold the roof panels back. And then you fold up the sides to give it that automorphed and movie accurate look. And now this isn't exactly a step in the transformation, but it's something that I like to do. I kind of like to turn these to an angle so that they kind of look more like wings like he had in the movie. I don't like to turn them down too far, because if you turn them down too far, you're not really going to see them. So yeah. But that is Bumblebee. Now, I'm going to get Cliffjumper really quick, so you can see there we go. So, here we have the Camaro brothers in their robot forms. And once again, I must say, I do like Bumblebee better. Now let's take a look at Cliffjumper, because, like I said earlier, he doesn't have all the painted detail that the box depicts. Like, he does have the blue on his forearms and his crotch piece, and he does have all the painted details on the head, but he doesn't have any blue on his thighs or on the shins. They didn't even paint his toes. Which, I will admit, I was really disappointed about that, but you know what? Oh well, it is what it is. So, it's not the end of the world, though. Now, Bumblebee, though, at the time that this figure was released, he was, at the time, one of the most accurate figures of the Transformers movie toy line. Like, this really does look like the model we got in the movie. Now, the weapons, they do look like the guns that were in the movie. However, unlike the movie, the hand does not transform into the gun. This is a separate piece. But here's another interesting bit. You can split open the gun and this dagger comes out. I like it. But I prefer the gun. Or at least for Bumblebee, because, well, he had the gun in the movie. Excuse me. Again, if you want him to have the dagger, I mean, it's there. But, yes, I prefer the gun. Now, let's get in close here. As you can see, that is definitely movie Bumblebee without question. There is no mistaking that head sculpt. Of course, we have your Autobot symbol right there. And he has the license plate on his crotch. He's got dark blue just below. He's got the painted toes. Now, on Cliffjumper, I do like to give him the dagger because, well, he wasn't in the movie. So, you can do whatever you want with this guy. Now, I also have, like, a quality control issue with mine. Like, yeah, that's annoying. I think what may be causing it, though, is that some of the plastic here may be warped. So maybe it's forcing it to flap in or something. I'm not sure. Anyway. Articulation. The head can spin all the way around. He can look up and down. The shoulders, they're on ball joints, so they can go all the way around. They can go out. Bend at the elbow. They can spin at the elbow. The hands can spin and move up and down. The wrists are ball jointed, so there's that. He does have some level of waist rotation. Legs can go forward, they can go back, they can go out, bend at the knee, and cannot turn at the knee, but you can also move the foot up and down, and you can also bend the toe, should that serve any purpose to you. There we go. Now, Bumblebee was repainted a second time for the Allspark line called Stealth Bumblebee, where it was a black and yellow as opposed to the yellow and black that we got in the movie. Unfortunately, I cannot seem to find it right now. It's somewhere else. I have no idea where it's at. But if I can be honest here, I still like this one better. So, yeah. These guys are some of the better, or these guys are one of the better molds from the 2007 movie line. If you find them at collectible shops, I recommend them. These were deluxes, and they were originally like around 10 to 12 bucks, but I had to pay 30 For each of these guys, see the price tags right there. $30 for each of these guys. So yeah, the prices have gone up, unfortunately, but you know what? On toy websites, they're charging like 40 to 60, maybe even as much as 100. I mean, just for a deluxe figure, that is ridiculous. So, I guess I am fortunate that I only had to pay 30 for each of them. Actually, I think I had coupons, so it was probably more like 25 for each. But you know what? I am very fortunate that I managed to find these guys for reasonable prices. If you can find them for reasonable prices, yeah, you should totally get them. Um, Final rating. You know what? They both have their issues. Um, like Cliffjumper has the quality control with the wing. Bumblebee. When I first got it, these shoulder pieces kept popping off, and the waist joint was really loose. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't wait long enough for the super glue to dry, and now his waist joint is stuck, and I'm afraid to try and move it because I'm afraid of breaking it, and I really don't want to do that. So, yeah, that was unfortunate, but at least the shoulder pieces were fixable. So, final rating, they do have their problems, but they are still definitely excellent. I give each of them a 9.5 out of 10. So, yeah, if you find them for reasonable prices, definitely get them. So, that is my review of 2007 movie Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. I am your host, D. Casanova, saying like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.